All right, guys, today I want to talk a little bit about Litecoin. I found this article all the way back in 2017. This is when I first got into Litecoin, first got into cryptocurrency. It was a crazy time. I bought Litecoin at the top, $250 a coin. I think I bought like 5 of them. Spent like $1,000, which for me at the time was like a lot of money. Still a lot of money. And not too long after this article comes out, Litecoin founder Charlie Lee says he sold all of his Litecoin in the cryptocurrency. Charlie Lee, who founded Litecoin in 2011, sold and donated all of his Litecoin tokens over the past few days. The Litecoin creator said there was a conflict of interest with him holding Litecoin. The creator of Litecoin has sold all of his holdings in the cryptocurrency he created. Now, back at the time, everybody was going nuts. I was going nuts. Litecoin took a big old dump, but really Litecoin was going to take a big old dump anyway because it had pumped, hundreds of percent. Bitcoin was at a top, Litecoin was at a top, and it was just time to dump altogether. Now, this article certainly didn't help. It certainly made Litecoin dump more than other coins, and people lost credibility in Litecoin. Now, Charlie Lee, if you listen to interviews that he did back then, he said that he did this for conflicts of interest. Now, we all know, I'm sure there's some profit motivation for him to sell Litecoin, but Charlie Lee was already a Bitcoin millionaire, so really, how much profit motivation could he have had? Because he was always a big Bitcoin guy. Looking back, we're 5 years later. This was 2017. Now we're 2023. It really turned out this was a good thing. If you've seen what happened with other cryptocurrencies, one example recently is Richard Hart with Hex. He doesn't even talk about Hex anymore because the SEC is pretty much going after him. Charlie Lee knew that if you control a coin, the government can come after you and they can dump that coin. Charlie Lee most likely was a big whale in Litecoin, and his coins could be confiscated. If Charlie Lee were to die, get hit by a bus, go to jail, that could kill the cryptocurrency. And as we all know, again, with coins like even Ethereum, if something happens to Vitalik, Ethereum goes right into the shitter. If something happens with Richard Hart, if an article comes out right now, Richard Hart is in jail, Hex goes to zero. And you can say this for any coin. This is why Satoshi with Bitcoin was completely anonymous. So looking back from 2017, we're in 2023 now, I think this was the smart move for Charlie Lee. At the time, he got a lot of heat. Now what's going on? Well, let's talk a little bit more about Litecoin and the price action. Litecoin has really been, I know a lot of people don't like to admit it, but Litecoin has basically been in the top 20 since 2017. I mean, it's always been a top contender coin. It has its pumps, it has its dumps. It has a reputation of being reliable. It has a reputation of not being a rug pull. There's no scammers behind it. And every bull market, other coins kind of steal its thunder. Scam coins like UST, Terra Luna, Phantom, Solana. These coins pop up and people go into them. Pepe, whichever meme coin of the day is, and people kind of forget about Litecoin. And they say, oh my God, Litecoin is not a top performer. I'm not going to make any money with Litecoin. But the fact is, throughout the history of Litecoin, even starting in 2017 when I got into Litecoin, it's pretty much a 15 to 25x every bull run since 2017. Litecoin went down to like $35 in 2020, 2019. Then we had a high of $413. You do the math. What is that? That's like a lot. I can't even, that's like a 20x. And for this bull market, Litecoin went down to about $50. I bought most of my Litecoin this time around $65, $75, and I fully expect Litecoin to be minimally $500 going into the next bull market. That means if you bought at $50, that's what, a 10, 15x, but I do expect Litecoin to be between $800 and $1,000 for the next bull market. Now I'm talking 2024 going into 2025 at the top. And like I said with Litecoin, The great thing about it is it's just like Bitcoin. You can buy it and you don't have to worry about it going to zero. A lot of people don't like Litecoin because they see it as a competitor with Bitcoin. But you have to remember, whenever CNBC pulls up a cryptocurrency chart, Litecoin's there. Whenever a payment processor decides to take crypto, it's always Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. It never fails. Litecoin is always there. So if you want to get into crypto and you're looking for something safe, and you want something that's going to have more of an ROI in Bitcoin, because as you all know, if you buy Bitcoin right now at $27,000, you're probably only going to get a 3 or 4x maximum Bitcoin. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin doesn't go past $100,000 next bull run. Okay, maybe we go to $120,000. What is that, 4x, 3x? But Litecoin, on the other hand, I do expect to have a minimum of about a 10 to 15x, depending when you bought it. So the ROI with Litecoin is there, but as you guys all know with crypto, Bitcoin always pumps first, and then you have the altcoins. Now is a great time to be buying Litecoin. Why is it a great time to be buying Litecoin? Why have I been telling people to buy Litecoin for the last 6 months? Well, there's multiple reasons. A main reason is the Litecoin halving. This is like, it's kind of like textbook. It's like you have a treasure map. It's like, oh, here's what's going to happen with Litecoin in the next 6 months. And you look at it and it's going to happen. You have the Litecoin halving in 59 days. The Litecoin halving is, I believe, the end of July, early August. It's not like an exact thing. And Litecoin will most likely have a ginormous pump. Now, right now, you're even seeing Litecoin pump. It's a top contender. Litecoin went down to $85. Now it's right back up to $94. If you look at the altcoins, Litecoin is one of the top gainers of the week, especially for a coin like Litecoin. It's not a pump and dumper. It's not having that constant news coming out where people are shilling it. It's just a good legacy crypto, and it's very strong right now. So I've been telling people to buy Litecoin at $75, $85, even at $95 right now. I think under $100, you should be able to almost double your money by the time of the halving in August. Now for me, I'll probably sell some of my Litecoin right before August because I do expect to have a little bit of a dump after the halving or a little bit before the halving. That's usually what happens. But then I fully expect to buy back in, and I will ride Litecoin into the bull market going into 2024. You're already seeing lots and lots of interest, lots of activity on Litecoin. You're seeing the articles all over the place. When you Google crypto, you Google Bitcoin, you Google Litecoin, a lot of positivity out there right now. Here's an article, Litecoin starts June strong as investors eye August halving, uptake in activity. Litecoin has outperformed both Bitcoin and every other coin and Ether over the last 30 days. What have I been telling you guys on this channel for the last couple months? Litecoin will outperform most coins, most top coins, especially Bitcoin and Ethereum, because it has the halving. It happens every single time. Going back to Charlie Lee, the creator of Litecoin, this is another reason I like Litecoin. Yes, he sold all of his coins, which is good because if something happens to Charlie Lee, you're going to be just fine. Litecoin doesn't need Charlie Lee. He's essentially just a member of the Litecoin Foundation. Now, occasionally he makes some tweets. It doesn't even matter, but let's look at his background. I always say when you're investing in a crypto project, you have to look at these founders' backgrounds. If they were selling used cars, if they were working for a collection agency, if they were a bottom basement loan officer or penny stock scammer, probably don't invest in that coin. But let's look at Charlie Lee. He's been involved in the Litecoin Foundation for the last 7 years. Folks, most people don't keep a job for more than 6 months. He's with the foundation for 7 years, every day making tweets about Litecoin, pumping it, talking positively about it, and working on adoption for Litecoin. I like that. That's a good track record. If I was going to hire somebody, that's what I would look at. Wow, 7 years. He's also a board member on the NASDAQ. Not too bad, not too bad. He's the creator of Litecoin. He created Litecoin in 2011. Litecoin's been around, guys, for almost 12 years. 12 years going strong. Every bull market, people get rich off Litecoin, or they make a lot of money. They 10, 20, 30x their money. This is history we're going off, guys. This is history. He worked for Coinbase for 4 years. Not too shabby. One of the best cryptocurrencies exchanges in the USA. Coinbase. He was a software engineer for Google. Folks, that's not an easy job to get. I'm not getting that job. He's a genius. Okay, he's a very smart person. He was also a software engineer for multiple other companies. The guy went to MIT. Okay, enough said. MIT accepts less than 1% of the people who apply. We're dealing with a genius here. We're dealing with a really smart person. So Charlie Lee has all the credentials and everything I'd be looking for if I want to invest in a project. So, yes, I agree. Like, Charlie Lee sold all his coins and that pissed a lot of people off. But looking back, aren't you glad he sold all of his coins now? And like I said, you're seeing the positive articles. Bitcoin dips under 27,000. Ethereum falls. Litecoin leads winners. Now, folks, the narrative is going to be changing to Litecoin. Litecoin, Litecoin, Litecoin. I do believe Litecoin is going to be a top performer in the top 10 legacy, top 20 legacy coins. Yes, there will be scam projects like Solana and Phantom that have their pumps higher than Litecoin because Rand Nooner from Crypto Banter or BitBoy decides to pump it, but it's unsustainable. What I like about Litecoin, what I've always liked about Litecoin, you can put $10,000 into Litecoin in the bear market and turn that $10,000 into $70,000 to $100,000 in the bull market. It's very easy. It happens every time. You don't have to worry about the SEC going after Litecoin. It's not a security. Nobody controls it. It's proof of work. What else are you guys looking for? So we're gonna be paying attention to Litecoin. I do think Litecoin will minimally double from where it was at $85. So I'm expecting between $150 to $180 Litecoin by August and the halving. We'll see what happens, but it's like a no-brainer. You're looking to get into cryptocurrency. You want something that's not as risky as something like XRP, where XRP may have a good pump. If they lose the SEC lawsuit, they go to zero. Dogecoin, if Elon Musk says the wrong thing, it goes to zero. Solana, they have outages every 2 weeks. Could have a big outage tomorrow, the thing goes to zero. Matic, same. The CEO is a salesman type guy. He's a car salesman. Tron, Justin's son's behind Tron. Do you really want to be betting on that? No. Litecoin, you put money into it, you sell in the bull market. It's very easy. Litecoin's a project. You don't have to be following the markets every day. You buy in the bear market, sell in the bull, and you don't have to worry about it going to zero. You don't have to worry about a rug pull. You don't have to worry about Gary Gensler suing. It's a no-brainer to me. Yeah, you're not going to get the 50x gains. You're not going to get the gains on Litecoin like you would buying Cardano, because Cardano, there's just a lot more hype around Cardano. And let's be honest, there's a lot more people talking about it. But for a legacy cryptocurrency that's been around for 12 years, and it's got smart people behind it. It's not scammy. It's not rug pulled. It's not pushed by scammers. In fact, the scammers don't even talk about Litecoin. You won't even hear BitBoy or Rand Nooner from Crypto Banter or pick your scammer. They will never talk about Litecoin because Litecoin doesn't pay them to pump it, and there's no way for them to make money off it. It's a legitimate crypto project, and that's what you should be looking for. Now, Litecoin shouldn't be your major holding. I like to play around in a lot of other more risky coins as well. AI coins and metaverse coins and Cardano and things like that. But Cardano is an easy 10 to 20x from where it is right now. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, guys, like and subscribe. Talk to you later.